Hello. All right. Good day and hello. Hi. Right. Welcome to RT Squared Solution and Engineering Content by your. So previously we discussed something about the problem from reinforced concrete, yung column for special moment frame. This time I'll be discussing again another problems for reinforced concrete, and that is how you analyze a flexural member. Flexural member means beams, slab, yan, mga flexural members. My example right here is a type of beam. Okay? Singly reinforced lang muna. So, you want to learn how to analyze the singly reinforced beam, this is for you. No? And if you want also to analyze, uh, gusto learn yung analysis doubly reinforced, just click like, share, and I'll be having another video after this one. Okay? Without any further ado, let me start. This is the problem. Okay. Now, given the following data of a singly reinforced rectangular beam, meron tayong beam width dyan, meron tayong effective depth na given, the FC prime is also given, then also Fy, the steel yield strength of the rebar. Okay. Now, class, how do we know is it, dalawa lang kasi yan. Mostly, lalo na sa board exam, no? Dalawang klase lang yan ng question. It's either an analysis or it's either a design problem. Okay. What's the difference between the two? Let's say, yung analysis kasi, okay? Yung analysis is you are asked to solve mostly, no? Analysis, you are asked to solve what is the design capacity of the member. Okay? Say, isang beam. Ano yung kaya niyang moment na makarry based on the reinforcement? No, ganyan siya, ganyan. Let's say, katulad na lang din in actual site condition. Say, meron ng design, meron ng plano. Pag sinabing meron ng plano, you have the cross-sectional area, you have the reinforcement, lahat ng data meron ka na. Lahat ng data. Let's say after ano ba yan? Old building, then you are asked to come, then investigate the building. Okay? Investigate. Dito yung gagawin mo, investigation or analysis. Okay? Let's say, tinatanong ka, engineer, ilang occupant ba yung kaya nito, yung floor na to? Paano mo malalaman yun? No? So that's why you need to analyze and investigate yung mga section based dun sa plano. Provided that they follow that one during the construction. No? Okay, wala ka ding ibang, hindi mo yan makikita. Hindi mo yan makikita yung mga bakal. Maliban na lang if meron kang rebar scanner. Okay? Rebar scanner is also used for construction purposes. Kita mo yung mga bakal. No, medyo pricey yun. Medyo pricey. So not all of the contractors merong mga. Right. Now, how do we analyze? Singly reinforced member muna tayo. No, meaning it is reinforced in tension only. Wala mo ng compression. Okay? Para ano to i-analyze. Paano malalaman din na analysis or design? Usually, meron niyang bakal. Bakal yun na ang binibigay. Kasi based on this rebar sa tension, ano daw yung design strength? Ganun yun. No? So here, we have the properties of the cross-section, beam width, effective depth, FC prime, Fy. Ito yung mga bakal. Actually, 4 na scenario. No? Let's say ito. First, 6 na 20 mm. Pangalawa, 5 ka 22 mm. Then, number 3, 6 ka 25 mm. And then, 28. Then, as you observe, we gradually increase the number of rebars. Okay, merong effect yan. And I will tell you ano yung gagawin. Okay, merong effect yan. The more na magdadagdag tayo ng bakal, ano yung effect sa isa. Okay. Now, before anything else, let me tackle about the types of design sa isang flexure member. When you say types of design, three conditional failure, no? Not conditional failure, but types of failure that in that sense. Okay? I think also narinig nyo na to. The number one is yung tinatawag na under-reinforced. Okay? Under-reinforced. Under-reinforced beam. Number two is yung tinatawag na balance. Balance design. Okay? Yan. Pangatlo. Then number three is what do you call that? The over-reinforced. Okay. Under-reinforced, balance design, and over-reinforced. Now, sa isang flexural member class, not all the time when you say, maririnig nyo sa site, maririnig nyo, sabihan ng ano yan, bang worker doon, sir, dagdagan na lang yan ng bakal para maging, ano ba yan, para matibay talaga. Dagdagan na lang maraming bakal sa taas, dagdagan lang maraming bakal sa baba, para matibay yung beam. No, that's not the case. Hindi siya ganyan. Kaya nga dinesign siya, okay, to work properly. Okay, kasi if medyo madami din yung bakal, hindi din siya, if konti lang din yung bakal, hindi din siya, okay? Now, pinaka the best dito na design will be the under-reinforced. Under-reinforced. Okay? Let me give you an analogy for those students na under ko somehow sa mga, okay? During the review, yan, na-mention ko to, no? Ano yung analogy? May personal analogy for this. Under-reinforced. In that sense, parang konti lang sila. Konti lang yung bakal. Under-reinforced. The area of steel compared to the section is very drastically large. No? Hindi, mas maliit yung amount ng bakal compared sa section. Okay? Yan. So, ang under-reinforced, let's say na lang basketball, kasi maraming makakarilate basketball. Pero basketball, 2 versus 5. 2 versus 5. On that sense, dito tayo sa perspective ng dalawa. Kayo dalawa lang, matatalo nyo yung 5. Diba? Imposible. Okay? Pero kayong dalawa lang, since dalawa lang kayo, 5 yung kalaban nyo. Okay? In that sense, yung capacity mo as a player, lalabas. Magagamit talaga yung strength mo, magagamit talaga yung pawis mo, mapapagod ka, kasi dalawa lang kayo versus 5. So in that sense, dito naman sa structural, okay? If konti lang yung bakal, syempre, the more na mas magagamit mo yung strength niya. Syempre, if konti lang yung bakal, then mag-yield sila. May silang mag-yield. Mag-yield. Nag-elongate yan, nagdi-deform na. Then lalaki yung strain. Okay? Lalaki yung, if yan yung mangyayari, class, steel yields first, then before the concrete breaks. And dapat, yan yung pinaka-the best. Bakit? Ductile yung concrete yun. Ductile. Meaning, sa isang ductile property of a concrete, nagbibigay muna siya ng cracks before it will fail. Kasi ang delikado, class, is mauna ma-fail yung concrete compared sa kasi yung bakal, nakakabit naman dyan. Nakakabit yan doon sa beam. Meron niyang tinatali natin yan. Pero yung concrete, if nag-crack, mahuhulog diretso yan. Ang ginagapitan lang ng concrete, class, is the steel. Okay? So we want ductile. Okay? Between ductility and brittleness. Brittleness, itong ductility ang the best. Magka-crack muna siya before siya mag-fail. Meaning, it will give you telltale signs before na mag-fail. On that case, makagawa ka pa ng signal, hindi na siya safe yung i-occupy yung building na to. Wala na. Yan. Ductile yung concrete. Pero dito sa over-reinforce, dito na tayo sa over-reinforce. Brittle naman yung concrete. So, ductile yung under-reinforce. Over-reinforce, brittle. 2 versus 5 naman yung perspective ko kanina. 2 versus 5. O isipin nyo, in the perspective ng 5, 2 lang kalaban, siyempre, isipin mo, grabe naman, 5 tayo. Kaya lang nila yan. Hindi na ako magtatrabaho. Dito lang ako sa gilid. Titingin na lang ako sa laro nyo. Di ba? Out of 5, since 5 versus 2, o 2 versus 5. Sa 2 versus 5, itong 5, siyempre, 2 lang din yung magfa-function kasi ito yung magkalaban. How about yung 3? Hindi nagamit yung capacity nila. In that case, same lang din sa isang beam. Yung capacity of the rebar, hindi siya nagagamit kasi ang dami nila. Over-reinforce. So in that case, lalakihan ng load. Ngayon, sa dami pa naman ng rebar, if lalagyan mo ng load, hindi na balance yung pagka-distribute ng loads. Yung iba, nag-yield na, yung iba, wala pa. Mauunahan ng concrete na mag-break. And yung concrete nga, sabi ko, brittle. If that's the case, before anything happens, yung concrete, it will collapse. And that's a very bad thing. No, because we don't have any time to give warnings. Parang nag-fail lang talaga siya, automatic. No? So, meaning, under-reinforced and over-reinforced. Yan yun. Ang balance design, obvious naman. No? Obvious, ang balance design. Ang balance design is, syempre, from 5 versus 5. Yung 2, dagdagan natin ng 3. It will be now 5 versus 5. Balance. Sabay nag-yield, sabay na pagod, yung si steel at saka si. So yun, sabay sila. That is balance design. So I hope na gets nyo. Okay? I hope na gets nyo. So now, ano ba yung relationship dito sa problem na to? Okay, because I created something here na mapapadali yung analysis nyo. Okay, ito, ginawa ko to para sa inyo. Ang titignan lang is yung Rho, Rho-T, Rho-Max, and Rho-Balance. Based on that illustration right there, malalaman mo na whether anong control. Okay? Kasi class, na-imagine ko kasi, almost lahat from dati pa, namumblema. Ano ba talaga? Nag-yield ba to? Or hindi ba nag-yield? Or anong control ba siya? Most, yun yung problema eh. Una, nag-yield ba yung tension steel? Pangalawang problem, anong control? Okay lang if NECP 2001 pa lang, no? If NECP 2001, walang mga ganito. Kapag flexural member, automatic, ang fee is 0.9. Dito kasi sa 2015, hindi na. Meron siyang times na 0.65, meron din siyang times na 0.9. And makikita natin yan sa graph. No? 0.65 siya kapag compression control. Okay? Then, it will go to the transition period. Naka-formula yan. Ito. Meron yung formula. Ang formula dito, pero isusulat ko na lang dito. P is, in terms of, pwede in terms of strain, pwede in terms of stress. Sulat ko in terms of stress na lang. 0.65 plus 0.25. Okay? 25. Okay? Then, Fs actual minus Fy 1,000 minus yan. Yan yung formula dito. Yan yung formula on the transitional period. Transitional control. Then, dito naman, 0.9 kapag tension control. So, ito lang yung tatandaan. Calculate the actual rho. Then, itong actual rho, alam naman natin, this is AS over BD. No? Yan yung AS over BD, actual rho. Then, calculate rho balance para dito. Rho max, ito. Then, rho T. Okay. Yan, ginawa ko siyang ganyan. Para automatic, iyabo na yun. Ang bilis lang. If your actual rho is less than rho T. Okay. Ito kasing rho T class, ito yung limiting for tension control. Limiting value for tension control. Meaning, the tension steel strain is 0.05. Tension control yan. Okay. Now, if your rho is greater than rho T, okay, is greater than rho T, then less than rho balance, transition control yan. Okay, transition control. And if your rho is greater than rho balance, kasi ito rho balance maning align. Ito, compression limiting value. Okay? Compression strain limiting value. Raw balance. Ito yun. That is now compression. Then ito rin, nakalagay na. Tension steel does not yield. Dito, nag-yield. Dito, nag-yield. So mostly, most of the beam, mag-yield talaga yung tension. Oh, dalawa dito. Isa lang dito. Diba? Yan. So, yan lang naman yung gagawin. So, pwedeng FS lang ang titignan natin. Pwedeng strain kung gusto nyo. Okay? Yan yung strain. Then, makita mo dito, itong area ng 0.004, ito, itong broken line na to, ito yung naghihiwalay ng region sa under-reinforced and over-reinforced. Romax, Romax. Ito yan, itong boundary line na yan. Okay? If your Rho is less than Romax, so dito yan na side, under-reinforced yan. If Rho is less than Romax. Then dito naman na side, okay, dito na side, that is Rho is greater than Romax. Over-reinforced. No? Over-reinforced. So, careful kayo dyan. Ito yung mga formulas for rectangular beam. Rectangular ha, rectangular beams only. So, how about naman if T-beams? Pareho lang din. Analysis ng T-beams. O dito, analysis ng T-beams. Ito yun. Ano eh? But instead of Rho, you will compare the C. Diba? Ang C is, ito yan. Ito yung flexural member. Ito yung C. Yan. The distance from the neutral axis to the extreme compression fiber. Yan, nandyan. Strain of the compression. 0.003 ng concrete, if alam nyo yan. No? So, pareho lang yan, class. Let me apply it to the problem. The more that we follow through, makuha natin yan. Sige. Una, anong gagawin natin? Now, our formulas right here is a function of beta 1. Actually, beta 1 lang yung kulang natin. FC prime, Fy, all are given. So, solve muna natin si beta 1. Now, look for your FC prime first. Oh, for any CP 2015, okay, your beta 1 is 0.85 for FC prime less than or equal to 28 megapascal. Yan yun. Now, how about yung lumagpas? Katulad nito, lumagpas na yan. Your beta 1 is in the form of formula 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7 excess of the FC. Yan. Actually, ito. Yan. Oh. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. This is when FC prime is greater than 20 megapascal. Okay? That is for NECP 2015. Sa 2001, 30 to. 30. Yung limiting FC prime niya is 30. Okay. So, meaning, ito yung gagamitin natin. Solve for it. Beta 1 would be 0.807. Okay. Yan ha, yung gagawin natin para ma-analyze. Kasi ang problema, makukuha natin yung nominal moment. Pero, nag-yield ba yung bakal? Anong klaseng control? Madadaanan natin yan lahat. Madadaanan. Dito tayo for the next one. Part 1. Okay, solve first itong mga limiting values. Meron ka ng beta 1. Solve mo itong tatlo. Rho balance, Rho max, and Rho T. Yan. Rho balance, Rho max, and Rho T. Okay? Ganyan sila, class. Okay. Una, Rho balance. Input the values, FC prime, beta 1, Fy. Yan yung Rho balance. Automatic yan. Automatic. Okay? Now, yung Rho T naman. Rho T. Ito yung limiting value for strain 005. Tension control, limiting value. Rho T. Okay? Ito yun. Yan. Actually, pwedeng hindi na isama si Romax eh. Kasi yung Romax class, okay? Yung Romax, yung 3/7, Romax, this will only dictate us whether it is under-reinforced or over-reinforced. Yan lang yung trabaho niya. No? Kasi nilagay yan ng code dyan. Sabi kasi ng code, yan yung pinaka minimum strain para maging ano ba yan? Para maging under-reinforced. Kasi class, sabi ko nga kanina sa mga mode of failure ng beam, tatlo lang yon: under, over, and balance. Pinaka the best balance. Nilagay lang ng code yan in order to make sure our design is under. Yan talaga yan. Pinaka minimum value. Okay? I hope that is clear. Ganito. Then, sama na natin yung Romin. Oh, bakit ito yung Romin ginamit? Diba, usually, Romin na alala nyo, 1.4 over y. Diba? Bakit itong Romin ginamit? Well, syempre, because of the FC. Meron din yung case to case. No? Meron yung case to case. Your FC prime is less than or equal to 31.30. Yes? Okay? That is Romin. So, mga additional na to. Over Fy. Your FC prime is greater than 31.36 megapascal. Your Romin be 1. Square root of FC prime over 4F. Or ito, 0.25. 1/4 lang yan, no? 0.25. Parang 1/4. Sa pagkasusunod. Okay? Okay. Ano pang susunod? Oh. Yan. Kuha na natin. Okay. Let's try. Try natin. Part 1. AS is 6 ka 22 mm. Yan lang yung titignan, class. Yan lang yung titignan. Yan lang yung titignan. Una, AS, no? Hindi ko na lang to explain. If you are watching this video, I assume na you memorize this one. Yung stress diagram of a singly reinforced, no? Singly reinforced beam. Kasi, yan. Dapat alam mo na to, yung stress diagram. Diba? Stress diagram of a single. Pero, quick concept lang. Ito yung compression, ito yung tension. So, sa tension, sabi ng code, ineglect lahat ng tension ng concrete. Kasi, din niyang kwenta, no? Di yan nakakatulong. Di yan nakakatulong. Dito tayo. Yan. Okay. So, meron na tayong stress diagram for the singly reinforced. Okay. Una, AS. Area ng isang bakal muna. Area 20 mm. Isang bakal, 20 mm gamit. Sa part 1 na to is 314.159. So, ang total AS, 6 na area 20. No? So, yan yung total AS. Dito pa lang, class. Pagkuha mo lang sa raw. Solve for raw. AS over BD. AS over BD. Anong gagawin? AS over BD. Substitute. Yan. AS, B, ito yun, B. Then D is the effective depth. Okay? Yan yung raw. Yan pa lang. Alam mo na yung control, alam mo na if nag-yield. Sabi ko nga, i-compare lang dito sa raw balance, roti, ganun. Tingnan nyo yung raw. Raw is, tingnan nyo, raw. Less than of roti. Tingnan natin yung graph kanina. Yan. Raw is less than roti. Tension could still yield. Automatic nag-yield. You don't need to check. Diba, dapat chine-check natin yan. Wala nang checking. Automatic. If alam mo na yung raw is less than roti, tension still yields, then tension control. So meaning your phi will be equal to 0.9. Kasi tension control siya. Diba? O, yan lang yung titignan. Yan lang yung titignan. Pana? Tension control. O, pero if doubtful pa talaga kayo, doubtful, alam ko kasi, syempre, gusto nyo ipakita pa natin. Ipakita ko. Assume tayo, let's say hindi natin to nakuha, hindi tayo dumaan dito sa raw. Erase natin to. Kalin natin to, i-cross natin. Diba mag-assume tayo? Kasi sa concrete, ganyan lang eh. Assume, check, then if tama yung assumption, proceed. If mali, go back to step 1. Ganyan lang yung RC. Okay? So, assume natin tension steel yield. So, Fs is Fy. So, itong Fs na to, magiging Fy. Coming up, forces horizontal. Tension is equal to compression. Yan. Solve for A. Kasi, solve for A. Yan. ASFY over point FC prime B. Kuha mo yung A. O, solve for C. Kasi class, kailangan natin i-check yung Fs, actual. And yung formula ng Fs actual, 600 D minus C over C. A function siya ng C. Solve natin sa C. That is A over beta 1. Meron tayong beta 1? Yes. Solve for C. Yan yun. O, do the checking. Do the checking. O, para niwala talaga kayo. O, Fs, 600 minus D minus C. 1,323. O, 1,300. Balikan natin yung graph. Greater than 1,000. Kasi dito, if titignan mo, uy, yan. If titignan mo, ang FS 1,000, dito yan, limiting sa tension control. So, greater than FS, control. Tension still yield. Diba? Yan kagandahan dyan. Yan kagandahan. Therefore, Fs is greater than Fy, still yield, then tension control. I hope na gets nyo. No? I hope na gets nyo. Kasi napaka-convenient class. Alam mo lang. Kasi ito, di mo na to gagawin. Di mo na gagawin yung checking. Ano yung checking? Pero isosolve mo pa rin yung A. Syempre. No? Kasi yung moment arm natin sa moment is function of A. Pero you don't need to do the checking if you have this one. Okay, tingnan mabuti ha. Meron ka ng A. Matik. If Mn is ASFY. Pero pwede rin itong isa. Pwede rin 0.85 FC prime AB D minus A over 2. Pwede rin. It's up to you. Kasi mas madali kasi itong i-type sa calculator. Yan yung pinakita. Okay, it's up to you. Yan. ASFY. AS. Kuha natin yan. FY. Siyempre, nag-yield kasi. FY ang gagamitin. Is 415 D minus MN. Nominal pa lang yan. Okay, this is still the nominal. But alam natin, tension control, automatic feed. That's the correct answer. Okay? That's the correct. Alright. Yan mga kapuso. That's the correct. Okay. Yan, no? Ang dali lang. Ang dali lang. Okay? So, let me cut the video and let's proceed with the part 2. No? Kasi medyo mahaba na to eh. Cut natin. I'll be seeing you all for part 2. Okay? Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.